Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Brandon Tyrell, joined by Miranda Sanchez.
Hey guys.
It's E3. We're excited.
We're here.
Lots of cool stuff around.
Yeah.
We're also excited because we saw Black Ops 3. Got some hands-on time with it as well.
Yeah, I finally got some more time on the multiplayer, but more importantly, we got to see a little bit of the campaign.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit of the Sony presser last night.
Yep, we did.
But I got to see just a little bit more of that, just an extended version of that. And from my impressions is that Treyarch is really trying to make us want to play the campaign.
So that's the thing, right? Like normally with Call of Duty games, like I know you and I have talked about this before, right? Like,
right. They're like a side note. It's, you know, the multiplayer is front and center. It's what we want. We want to go play with our friends. You know, we just got the game. You want to jump in. You want to get prestige.
As soon as you stick the disc in, or as soon as you download it, you jump right into.
Right. You don't want to linger on the campaign.
Sure.
But for Black Ops 3, Black Ops 1 and 2 were a little bit more continual, like that same kind of story, same kind of characters.
Yeah.
This one takes a leap away from that. And if you didn't play the first two campaigns, you'd probably be okay just jumping into this one.
Yeah, so this is like a fresh starting point, right?
Right, but more importantly, this one comes back to having co-op, online, and couch co-op, so local player.
Yeah.
You can have up to 4 friends. Their campaign is also created so that it's more inviting to have co-op. It's not such a limited map.
Those players actually interact with each other well.
Right.
They can share information.
Right, and if you're playing alone, it's still fine.
Yeah.
But from what those demos I saw, it was kind of cool to see how you got to work with other players in the campaign.
Now, the other cool part about the campaign, from what we saw in like the Sony presser, right, is he could summon bees at will.
Yeah, and make people throw up or spontaneously combust.
It's bees for everyone.
Yeah.
So what is going on with the bees?
So those are your cyber abilities.
Yeah.
And Black Ops 3, they're kind of taking more of the, you have a neural link and you have cyber abilities. You can pretty much use like a little force push and things happen.
He's a bee Jedi. Yeah.
And these are only in the campaign, which is another really big incentive. Of course, in the multiplayer, you do have special abilities based on like the class or kind of character you pick.
So that's actually a really good point to jump off into that, right? So in multiplayer now, you have specialists. And these guys are basically, you know, they're already created characters. They have their own names, their own backstories, and they all have their own like little proclivities, what they like. One of them's a sniper, one of them's the rusher, one of them's like just the minigun guy. So I think this is a really interesting point for multiplayer, right? Because we're used to creating classes and getting our kill streaks and picking our perks, but now you actually have these abilities and these special weapons.
It's a whole nother dynamic that kind of just builds in and changes a lot.
Yeah.
So while I was playing the multiplayer, I had this ability called glitch. So each person has both a weapon and ability. I chose, hey, anyone can have a weapon.
You can only pick one or the other.
Yeah,
and
you have
pick
to
at the start of the match.
Right. And so I was like, you know what? I want abilities. I want to try something new. I'm going to, you know, mess around with it. And glitch actually teleports you back a few seconds. So I was on the verge of death, and then I just glitched back. I was like, see ya.
Yeah, it's like a rewind. Like, I mean, you could see in the multiplayer trailer, right? His name's Prophet, I think. Prophet was running, a guy was behind him, he glitched back and then shot the guy in the back of the head.
Right, so you can use that defensively, offensively, you can just be smart. I mean, you could always just like throw down a care package, have someone try to go in and shoot it, you know, run towards it, you know, have them fake it out, and then go back and glitch behind him and kill him.
Tactically, when I first saw it, I was like, this is totally broken.
Yeah.
But these abilities actually, they're not 100% always available to you. You actually have to build them up over
they
time.
have to charge up. So it's just like another component that you have to build up, like with care packages or whatever you choose to get for your perks.
Score streak, or kill streaks.
Kill streaks, you have to. You have to wait for it. It's not always available to you.
But like everything you do, like objectives, killing, you know, doing whatever.
You earn towards like, the points.
And then when it's up, if you have your ability, you can use it. Starts that timer going down. Or if you have a gun, on the other hand, every time you sort of fire it, it takes more of it down as well. And you and I both played with it, and you like the abilities. I always pick the guns. I always like these big, sexy guns. One of the characters has a magnum that literally just kills you, like one shot, it'll kill you. And it has crazy bullet penetration, so you could do the thing from like Indiana Jones where he shoots through 4 Nazis on top of the tank.
Yeah.
I saw it happen. You know, I played as Outrider, the scout sniper with the bow that has like high explosive tipped arrows. You shoot one guy and then a delay goes and it explodes. It's this really, really awesome mechanic that they added to it. And you'd think that there's too much of that going on at one time now. So with the score streaks and the kill streaks and the abilities.
Right, it's just like almost too much to manage, but it didn't ever feel like that. Like they were layered just well enough to where you unlocked one thing and then eventually you'll unlock another.
Yeah.
And they're paced really well, so you don't feel like you're juggling too many things at once.
It felt really fluid. Like I never felt like I had to micromanage any of the extra stuff.
And it's easy because you do only have either a one weapon or one ability, whereas in the campaign, bringing it back to that a little bit, you have all the abilities.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 different kind of classes. There's one that kind of bodily enhancement, so increase your speed or kind of something. One that deals with technology, so you can actually hack drones.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Yeah,
also.
I think we actually had it on our live show. There was a demo where they hacked a massive kind of mech drone thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they just got to fire it at the enemies. It's like, okay, well, that's cool.
Why not?
Yeah, and then there's also another one that's the more offensive.
Right. And now these are all
spontaneous combustion.
The weird Jedi mind thing. So
yeah.
These are only the campaign stuff, right?
Right. That's only in campaign. So, like I said, they're just kind of Treyarch's just giving you more and more incentives for playing the campaign.
So jumping back, the one other point that I wanted to touch on in multiplayer is just how fast and fluid it is, right? So Treyarch is going for this approach where I think they call it like guns up. Like you are always lethal no matter what you're doing. Whereas in the past, you know, you're running, you have to vault over something, well, your gun goes down and you're vaulting up, and by the time you get up to the ledge, you've been shot in the head. And now there's wall running. There's dolphin diving is gone, but now you can do a power slide. You have a thruster pack similar to Advanced Warfare. It's so much faster. Like, what were your thoughts on that? Out of curiosity.
So we're playing Domination. And I like to take it slow. I'm a little bit more defensive in Domination. I prefer to actually hold the points instead of running off and just dying.
Patrol an area?
Yeah, I've played smart, and you get a lot of good pickoffs that way. And that is totally true.
Yeah.
Like it's still tactical. Like I found places where I could still hide and like not camp, but you know, just like move around tactically and be speedy enough to jump out behind a barrel or something or a crate and get the kill.
I feel like it's faster. There's
absolutely.
When I was playing it, I tried both ways. I felt like there was never a reason not to just run and gun. But I don't know, it's fast. I can't wait to get more hands on it, more hands-on time with it. So
play to see for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes out, so.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's what we think of Black Ops 3. I know there's going to be a lot of more information coming on IGN about it. So for everything Black Ops, stick with IGN.